Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here, and hey, let's not even talk about spiders today. We had a bad week with the spiders. I still don't want to deal with that now. So what I'd like to look at today is something I promised you, and they are both very cool. We're going to look at two very cool Titanic brick sets. One is made by COBI, which is a Polish brick company, and the other is made by Oxford, which is a Korean brick company. These are both Lego quality companies. They make great sets. These sets are available around the world and here in the US, but you may not find them at every toy store, so it's best to buy them online. Also, some Oxford sets, as well as some COBI sets, can be very expensive in the US. It just depends if it's a commonly sold set here. Something else I want to mention, I bought both these online at Amazon, and they were both about the same price. I think the COBI set was 4 cents cheaper, so it was $69.95. Those prices have changed, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. First off, let's take a look at the COBI set. You know, I'm a fan of COBI. It's Lego quality. It's made in Europe. It's not cheap Chinese bricks, and this set was amazing. Some of the highlights of this set. COBI makes brick sets that both look good and they're practical and they're sturdy. This was made to be played with. Yes, all brick sets are made to be played with, but this one is a little different than the Oxford one because this one has hidden wheels on the bottom so you can zoom it around. The Oxford Titanic comes with a display stand. You don't have to use the display stand, but it's more for putting on the shelf and looking at. So this COBI RMS Titanic is set number 1913, 1913. 450 pieces, Lego quality, very cool set. Also, it did not have a lot of, as Leo Kim video refers to, box bloat. The box was pretty full. It wasn't an oversized box. COBI is pretty good about that. You'll see a lot of toy sets, Lego especially, but you'll see a lot of these big sets, and the box will be huge, so it takes up a lot of space on the shelf to get you to want to buy it. And they don't use all that room in the box. And forget about that, it's wasting shelf space in the store and shelf space at home, and it's wasting paper and trees that were cut up. Forget about all that. It's like when you buy that box of cereal, it says the product may have settled, it's been filled by weight and not volume, and you open the cornflakes and they're half empty. Now you could fluff that up and it'll get mostly full because yes, the product has settled and it was loaded by weight, not by volume, but still, that's just kind of very disappointing to open a brick set and have it be half empty. So the box isn't overly big, it's just about as big as it needs to be. On the front of the box, you get the picture of the Titanic, and check it out, it comes with an iceberg. The COBI Titanic comes with an iceberg. How cool is that? On the back of the COBI box, it has a little thing about the RMS Titanic facts. It tells about it and, you know, the sinking and the whole thing, and that's pretty cool. It has a little map that shows the route of the Titanic, or the intended route and where they figure it went down. Well, I guess they don't figure, they know where it went down, but it's a little map on there. And it shows the dimensions as, it's in centimeters, 15 centimeters high and 58 centimeters long. What is that in inches? I have no idea. But you're looking at how big it is right here. With this set, I did something that I don't normally do. You guys know, number one, I hate stickers, and I have my lovely assistant put the stickers on for me because I ain't doing that. But usually, if a set has string, I do not hook the string up because it's a pain. Remember that elevator on the Lego Death Star? Really, a $400 brick set? And they have string working the elevator up and down? Oh, that was horrible. Anyways, I hooked the string up on this, and I didn't hook the identical string up on the other one we're going to look at, but just pretend it's there. Now, what is this string even supposed to be anyways? It's more than just a rope that goes from the bow to stern to hang flags from, right? Is it a radio antenna, array, or what is it? What's the point of that line that goes from the bow to the stern? What is it? Now let's talk about some of the specific things I really like about this COBI set. Number one, I already told you, the wheels on the bottom, amazing! Very cool, makes it very playable. It's very sturdy. There are some specific differences of this set and the Oxford set we'll look at next, and I'll really point them out when we're looking at that set. So let's just stick with what we're already looking at here. Stickers. We talked about stickers. The windows here, the portholes are all stickers. I hate stickers, and yeah, I didn't have to put them on, so I guess, stickers are great. So, I don't know about that, but let's just set that aside for now. Really cool. This comes with lifeboats. See the lifeboats? Specialty little lifeboats. Very cool. The smokestacks. The smokestacks here on both of these ships, to get the angle of the smokestack, it's kind of neat how they did it. You kind of have this thing where it flops down. It's the same on both of the ships. But something that makes this one stand out better than the Oxford set is the smokestacks are more of a specialty piece. It's not the standard round pieces. They're ovals, which gives it more of a real smokestack look. And really, that's the attention to detail I expect from a COBI set. Something else I loved about this set, it had a lot of big bricks in it. It wasn't like the Oxford set, which had a lot of smaller bricks in it. But remember when I did that Sluban aircraft carrier? I thought it looked pretty cool, but I said, it's horrible to use a bunch of tiny little bricks. Because when you use a bunch of tiny little bricks, especially if you're building a ship, something that's long, a certain amount of tension builds up in those bricks. So as you're putting them together, you get a little bowing or arching, and it's horrible when you start attaching things together. If you haven't built something like that, I don't even know how to describe it. Something to do with physics or engineering or something like that, way out of my expertise. But on sets like this, brick companies will use smaller, tinier sets to say, look, it has a bunch more bricks, it's worth more money. Instead of using the bigger pieces, and this set used bigger pieces where it needed it, and it used smaller pieces where it needed it. Also, you have a bow cap. Remember that Lego Friends Dolphin Cruiser where you had that nose of the boat? This has a nose like that. It makes it sturdier, it's better. We've built ships before where we have to piece each brick together in the bow, and it's just flimsy compared to having a plastic nose cap. So COBI was not afraid to use bigger bricks. They were not trying to inflate the brick count. 450 bricks is perfect for this, and I was very impressed. You got the propellers on the back, very cool. You have the stickers on the side, yeah, But the wheels on the bottom, the custom bricks for the stacks, the smokestacks there. I'm sure they're not custom. We've probably seen them in other sets before, but they're oval. They're not the standard round ones. And it's very cool that they weren't cheap with the bricks and used a bunch of little ones to say, look how fancy they are. It's a great set. Comes with an iceberg, and it is very sturdy and very playable. And the price of about $70 with free shipping from Amazon Prime, the $69.95. Hey, very impressed. I went online just moments before filming this, and I see it is now selling for $64.94. So $5.01 cheaper than I paid is what it's selling for now, and that's with the free Amazon Prime shipping. So instead of $70, it's now $65. Well worth it, very cool. I can't say enough about this set. It is very cool. Now let's look at the Oxford Titanic set. This is Oxford set BM3522. Check it out, BM22. Very cool. Ages 8 and up. Made in Korea. We already know that. And then on the front it says Brick Formania. What the world? I was like, Brick Mania? No, Brick Formania. The box is a little bit bigger. I don't think it needed to be bigger. Yes, it has more pieces, but it has more smaller pieces. The one thing I guess I don't like about this set overall, I mean, it was sturdy, it was pretty good. I don't like the use of the smaller pieces because it's definitely not as sturdy as the COBI one. Now, I thought about doing a drop test, hold them side by side and just dropping them, and we pretty much know what's going to happen. The COBI one's going to break a little bit, and this one's just going to shatter because of the small pieces. I didn't do that because I'm thinking maybe we should film some Titanic videos and blow up the Titanic. Because the boilers would have to explode eventually when it was sinking, right? So we'll think about doing that later. This is playable, but it comes with a stand. You don't have to use a stand. It is playable, but it's not as sturdy or user-friendly or play-friendly as the COBI set. Also, right away you should notice, I don't know which of these dimensions are right. The COBI ship is not as tall and it's wider, and the Oxford ship here is narrower and taller. I don't know which one is correct. it's a very different scaling thing going on here. And, you know, I'm not sure which one is actually more realistic. You Titanic experts could probably tell me. If these were Lego sets, we would say the COBI Titanic is a Lego set, and this is an expert set, you know, an expert series. They have a lot of little bricks to do something that the bigger bricks would do fine. I'm not a fan of that. The rudder off the back, if you take a look at the back of the ship on the stern, that rudder, oh, it was horrible. When you do things like that, oh, you just don't even want to touch them. They want to fall apart. Doesn't matter whether it's Lego or what it is. Horrible for playability. Also look at the bow, because it's not a single bow cap. You get that weird look to it for the bricks. Yes, it makes it look more like a brick set, but those things like that are a pain to build. I've built plenty of ships, probably a dozen different ships and aircraft carriers. When you're building bows like that, oh, it's a pain. Because on each level, you're stretching out farther and farther, and it's just, yeah, if you haven't done it before, just buy a set like this and then try it, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not a slow or hard build, but you're not just going to whip through the build like you would with some other ones. You got to be careful, and then things will fall apart until it all gets together, and then it's sturdy. But during the build, it's not as sturdy. Something else. Since we didn't use a hard plastic bow cap to make the rails of the bow and the stern, the pieces hook up, and you have these things to make the angles, and then those, I mean, it looks pretty good, but it is going to fall apart if you bump it wrong. It's just the design. Both of these ships have a lot of attention to detail. There's a lot of, real good-looking things going on here. I already mentioned that the COBI set had the oval bricks to make the smokestacks. This has the standard round ones, not as realistic. The COBI set is sturdier. This has more little things that you're just afraid are going to bump off. And it doesn't matter that it's not a Lego set, because if it was a Lego set, you'd have the same problem. I didn't hook that rope thing up. Remember, I did in the first set, but in this one I didn't hook that rope thing up. We don't even know what that rope thing is for. Just pretend it's here. I don't want to say that one looks cooler because it has the rope, because the first thing I'm doing is taking that off before I play with it. The display stand that comes with this, it looks pretty cool. But I don't know how sturdy that display stand is, because you see what's holding the ship up. There's not very much. I prefer a little bigger bricks to give it more support, because if this thing falls on the floor, hey, it's all over. The biggest difference in my mind of this set and the COBI set, I mean the scaling issue and everything, but look what they did to make the windows and portholes. It was kind of clever. They didn't use stickers. They used the bricks with the holes in it. That's kind of clever. I thought, wow, that's kind of neat. So you have real round-looking portholes. Now, were the portholes on the windows on the Titanic, were they all round like this? I don't know. I'm not a Titanic expert. But this is display quality, and I guess the COBI one's display quality too. You don't have to play with it. These are both really cool sets. Now remember, I paid $69.99 for this set. And when I went online before I filmed this, I saw it went up to $79.99. So instead of $70, now it's $80. This is on Amazon, and remember, this is also with that free 2-day shipping. On the front of the Oxford box, opposed to that Brick for Mania little thing going on there, you have a good picture of this Titanic, their brick Titanic, in the water. Doesn't come with an iceberg, what a bummer. But on the back, it shows it on the display stand. It's got some close-ups of the bow and the stern. And then it has a little thing for their Oxford Twitter account and their Facebook account and a Naver account. I don't even know what a Naver account is. So it's got some stuff written in Korean, and then it says oxfordtoy.co.cr. That would be the Oxford website. Then their Twitter handle, Oxford Block, and then their Facebook, Oxford Block, and then that Naver, whatever that is. All right, so today we looked at a couple of really cool Titanic brick sets. They are very different from each other. They cost about the same amount of money, or they did when I bought it, because remember, they were originally the same price. Now there's a $15 price difference. That $15 price difference may be enough to say, hey, I'm going to go with a COBI one, even though I like the Oxford one. Oxford one uses bricks with holes in it for the windows. COBI uses stickers. I hate stickers, but I think in this case, I like the stickers better than the window portholes. I thought it was kind of neat, but for playability, the COBI one has the Oxford one beat. The COBI one has wheels on the bottom. The wheels are recessed enough that it doesn't look goofy, and you can slide it around and you can play with it, and it comes with an iceberg. So what do you think? Are you a Titanic fan? And what do you think about a video like this where I get two sets of essentially the same item made by different brick companies and I lay them out side by side? Because we can still do that with the Mega Block SpongeBob and the Lego SpongeBob and the Lego Scooby-Doo and the COBI Scooby-Doo. I think I already showed one of those where I have the two planes side by side. And I don't know about you guys, but I like that sort of thing because it gives me a different perspective. If I only saw one of these, I wouldn't know what the other one had to offer. Alright, so you know how it goes. Leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me how you feel. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Have you seen these sets? Do you want these sets? Do you already have these sets? You can go online to Amazon and find them. Maybe Toys R Us, maybe Target. Check your local hobby shop and toy shop. And hey, as always, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.